Hello, we're back again with another tutorial, and today I thought I would show you how I did these nails right here. And I had some 4th of July nails on, but I took those off since it's the 6th now, and I wanted to just redo them a little bit, and I'll show you how I did that. I'll go ahead and show you everything that I'm going to use here today and what my setup is like. So this is the plate that we'll be using, and this right is a layering plate from Clear Jelly Stamper. It's number 48, and we're going to be using this design right here for the red, and then this is what the black is right here. It layers right on top. So I'll show you how we do that. I also use clothespins for my cotton balls, and this one has already been soaked in 100% acetone. I don't use fingernail polish remover because I find that the pure acetone works so much better. And this is just one to dry off your plate after you clean it. I'm using my monocle stamper from Manology. You can see it's very clear. You can see what you're stamping. I use a lint roller, just an old lint roller from the dollar store, and I use that to clean off my stamper. We will be, I've already coated my nails, this hand, with this OPI liquid sand, and the color is Solitaire. The black that I'm using is also from Manology, and it is called Straight Up Black. The red that I'm using is a Wet n Wild Fergie polish. And this is really beautiful when you put it on, and it is called Velvet Lounge. And then I also have a Born Pretty polish that I'm going to use on this accent nail for the white, and it's like a pearl finish. It's really pretty, and it is called Flowing Clouds. I also have my little scraper from Manology. I really like this one. It's perfect thickness for me. I also keep on hand a brush, for cleanup. And then I keep these two items as well, and I reuse my orange sticks. I don't get a new one every time. So it's just in case you need to clean up a little. In this plate, they also send you how to layer these designs, and you can see these are quite beautiful when they're finished. This particular design is the one we'll be using today, and you can do it any color, any way that you want to do it. I just decided to, since that I had the white and the red for 4th of July, that I would go ahead and just use what I had. So I've already prepped and I've used 2 dips of clear acrylic powder dip on these nails, and I have another tutorial for that if you'd like to see how we do that. And I also went ahead and coated 2 coats of that liquid sand on these nails. This nail is actually an inlay glitter nail, and I also have a tutorial for that if you'd like to see how I do that, but I've already went ahead and done this one just to keep it nice and short. And I did go with a shorter set of nails this time. But in your world, you can do whatever you want. You can make them longer, make them thinner, make them however you like them. So what I would do next is I'm going to take this red, and we're going to get our stamper, and that's the design we're going to use right there. And when I'm doing this, I just want to, I usually just dab it right on there. You see it don't take very much. Not much at all. And I always cap these because I'm so notorious for spilling. So the trick to this is to be very quick. So you want to scrape, and I usually keep an extra paper towel to wipe that off. Grab your stamper, and you're going to see how fast this goes. And then there it is. I have a perfect pickup. I have this little piece right here that I don't want. So what I do is I take my handy dandy little scraper and just pick that up. That way it's not on your nail. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through there, and I'm going to try to do this so I can show you too. And I just want to go from one corner to the other. Just like that. And I'm pressing down pretty hard just so it sticks. And there you go. So that's the red. And now we want to put that black in there. So I always clean mine after every use. So I'm going to clean this up real quick, and then we're going to dry it with the other cotton. Always clean between. Then I'm going to take our black. Then I'm going to go for this little design right here. So again, I'm just going to dab that on there. But when you're using polishes, you want to look at polishes that when you pull the stem, you don't have to use a stamping polish. You can use any polish you want, but when you pull that out and it mostly covers the black brush, that's going to be a good stamping polish. Just a little tip. Then I'm going to grab our card again. I'm going to scrape that, and I scrape that. You don't have to be aggressive. And it's a very light touch to pick up too. You do it quickly, just very lightly. And there we are. So I'm going to place that. You want to line that up. So that little V, let's see if I can show you here. That little V is going to go right in the middle, and you want to line that up. Just like that. So then press it down. There you go. That's how easy it is. And then I'll go ahead and do this nail for you. So in this case, we're going to clean our plate again. I'm going to use this beautiful pearl white that we had, that Flowing Clouds. Again, I'm just going to dab that on there, just to give it a little bit of reverse color. Use all the colors that I had painted with previously, glitter. Then I'm going to just scrape that. You see, it doesn't take much. Do it really quickly. We're going to pick that up, and there it is. Again, you got that you don't want on there, so we're going to pick that off, or try to. Well, sometimes it's finicky, but I don't think it'll matter, so I think I can get it on there without putting that on there. So then, let's try to show you here. We're going to place that very carefully right across the nail. Once you get that in place, there you go. Very simple. See, it didn't matter. Then what I do is I use that old sticky lint roller to roll that off, and see how that cleans that really nicely. You don't have to wipe it off every time. That makes it really nice. Just a little tip. So then we're going to clean that one off. We'll go back to our black again. And this doesn't take as long as you might think it would. Just because I'm making a video here. It's taking a little bit longer. Alright. I'm going to scrape. And also when I scrape, I try to wipe that off. So you're not just, otherwise you end up with it all over your fingers. I'm going to pick that up really quickly. There it is. Alright. We're going to try to line that up as best we can. It's hard for me to do that with you to turn it just so you can see it too. You got a little bit of time to work with this, and you can see this. Once you get it on the stamper, it's have a little bit of play time. So we can get it just right. I think right there. And that's how you do it. Clean off your stamper. That lint roller. And that's how it's done. So when you're doing these and you're completely finished and you're done with all that, and you see how that looks a little bit messy, this clear. It's a little bit messy. You can see some smudging and on this plate. But what you want to do is you can take any old alcohol that you buy right at the drugstore. This one's 91%. And you take a cotton ball after everything's done and you've top coated your nails and you're all complete, and you can wipe this down and just wipe it off, and then wipe it off with another cloth, and that'll become just as shiny as when you bought it. And then what I would do is I would take our old Seachy. This is the top coat that I use for everything. And you want to be really careful when you do this too. You don't want to smudge this. So what I do is I float the brush over. So what that means is when I pick this up, I want a pretty good glob on there. You can see there's like a little drop. So then when I do that, I'm just barely touching so it doesn't smear. And that's just for the first coat. Okay? So it doesn't smear that at all. See? And then once that's dry, then you go on with a really heavy top coat of this. And it makes it very shiny, just like this. And that is it. And then you are ready to go. This dries in about 5-10 minutes. And you can be right out the door. And I hope you enjoy these little tutorials that I've been doing for you. If you do, please like and subscribe to my page and channel. We're on Instagram, I'm on YouTube and Facebook. So look up Pythons and Polish, and I'll see you in the next video.